Welcome back to the channel. Harley Quinn here, leader of Tears of Angels in Region 293 with another video from the mobile game Doomsday: Last Survivors. Now, before we get into it, don't forget to like, sub and turn on that bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. Now, let's get into it.
Welcome back to part 2 of the ongoing Hero series. Now, if you haven't checked it out, I posted a video last week explaining badges and hero fragments, how many you need for levels and ranking them up, as well as skills and transcending heroes. So check it out for that information. Today, I'm going to expand on the last video where I was going to talk about some heroes to avoid. So today we're going to be talking about heroes to avoid in 3 categories. One, as a free-to-play player, where your heroes are so hard to get. 2, if you're slight spender and you're entering in TC a lot, as well as the spender realm and other heroes like that. Spender Realm has slightly changed since it used to be in terms of these heroes, and I'll explain that when we get there. So, first thing first, heroes, we're going to be talking about, so I explained in the last video, your green heroes, don't bother leveling them up until you get to a point where you have excessive EXP, when you have the stars for them, etc. They're not really any use. These 2 are good gatherers, so definitely get those to rank 4 early, so you have 5 squads of gatherers going out, and get them up to at least max tree to get 30% gathering speed. On all the heroes, doesn't take too long to get them. Blues, you got the same, you got the 3 girls. Purples, now you will eventually get them all awakened, it just takes time. However, I wouldn't be investing too much time and energy in them because they will become obsolete later. However, huge shout out to Park. He is amazing in Bounty Grounds. His speed is just unmatched. So definitely grab him. Peggy and Russell for your zombie killers. Jeremy is the farming goat of the purple. And Alex is a very good support hero early on if you don't have the heroes like Bianca, Lee, Mr. Harry Potter, also known as Claude. He divs increasing, which is pretty cool. So he's your little support hero. Now getting into golds. So Nora was a purple hero. She has now got the option to be upgraded into purple, which you go through in the new story crest. She is now the headlining act, whereas it was Peggy. So poor Peggy's now been pushed to the sidelines for her. So, heroes to avoid as a free player. Sorry, Hank. Don't waste your stars. Or badges on any of these heroes that I mention. These are all free heroes. So when I say free heroes, I mean when you go to search, you go to reward list up here in the top, advanced searches. So now Louise is a free hero now, which is so good for the free-to-play heroes because he is an amazing ranger player, ranger hero. Cynthia is a really good rider player, and Rag is quite good garrison, and Tom is your healer. So So Hank was in here. Peter was in here. Now, when I said they've changed things up recently, they are now elsewhere. So Hank and Peter were part of the gold police searchers, but they have now moved into the memory trip. Same with Jaden. So Jaden, Peter, and Hank, you can buy them on a rotating daily. You can buy 5 of their fragments for 4,000 event dust, whatever it's called, whatever that stuff is, per day. So you'll eventually level them up. I would not be wasting your universal fragments on those heroes. So that is Hank and Peter. Now Peter is kind of leveled up for me because I use Peter and Hank for raiding resources. Increase squad capacity by 12%. Where are you, Hank? And increase lookout damage. Ooh. Increases the amount of resources rated by 10%. Increases squad capacity. So this just allows me to get a lot of cars into this squad, getting me a lot of resources. That's about their only use. Jaden is a very good zombie hero, but you can only use his fragments to level him up. You cannot use universals. Which I believe is the same for... Oh no, Sarah, you can use them as well. So she's a good farmer hero. Don't waste your universals on her. So they're kind of the big ones. When you first start out, you get them and you think, wow, these are really good. These next heroes coming into it are TC heroes, which you have to earn through competing in TC or All-Star. So TC, Top Commander, abbreviated. These are your heroes here. So ones to avoid currently. So sadly, Jacob does not have much use anymore. He used to be a good combination with Thunder and Jacob. However, we now have Ethan, and he is a far better garrison leader than Jacob. So he's kind of fallen off the wayside and isn't overly useful. His skills in general, they're alright. They could be better. Johnny, or the Joker, I love him. I love his art design so much. He was amazing back in the day when Thunder and Tom were the meta for Garrison. He was brought in as a healing debuff character, and he would tear ribbons through them. However, healing is now gone by the wayside, and it is now more shields. So all your infantry heroes are now running shields. Heroes like Riven, Boulder, the new dude, Boyd, he's also a shield hero. So they're stepping away from heals and going more towards shields. So he is now kind of become a bit obsolete. Unless you meet a Thunder or Tom in the field, which if you are fielding those in the field, you're not really fighting all the greatest because you're just giving people points. I could touch on that in another video. TC hero. Sorry, mate. Alright. Stepping away from my lovely rangers, we'll go into infantry. So infantry, TC hero, he is actually a roulette hero, is Robert. So roulette hero, you can get him from using gems or buying spins. Robert is not the greatest. He does have some pretty cool perks, like reducing HP by 25%, which is pretty nice. He's got shields as well. There's just better heroes. Plain as that. There's better heroes to spend your stuff on, which is sad because he is pretty cool. In the comments, let me know who he looks like. I hope you know who he looks like. Honestly, apart from that, infantry, everyone's kind of looking really good. Thunder these days, same thing. He's falling off a bit. He's still a very strong hero. A really good choice for Garrison. If you don't mind losing some troops, there are better choices. But his heals are just insane. There are better choices to pick. I would not be picking Thunder if I could choose someone like Riven or Stella or the new guy. Jumping into Riders now. So yes, my Riders are not leveled up because this is a shooter account. However, my other account is a Rider focused account, so I do quite like my Riders. I hate facing them in this account, which is understandable. So first hero coming into it is Jonathan. Just yuck. He has good concept, he has a kind of cool design, but you never see him use. His main thing is counter rally, which if you as a person you are going to dedicate yourself as a counter rally rider player and that is your main job, then yes, you probably get him. But again, there's better choices. He just needs a lot of love and a big birthday to make him better. So yeah. I'm gonna say Sven. I'm gonna say Sven because he is a TC hero. Please don't shoot me. He was my first TC hero that I did awaken on my other account. Him and Bella were amazing back in the day. I loved him. He still has a spot for me in my heart. But again, there's just better heroes. Increasing, dealing damage and increases travel speed. That's really nice for in the field. Like 50% is a huge travel speed boost, paired with Bella's travel speed. Big defense for them. Big reduction in damage. Reduction in damage taken again during sieges. And reduces counter damage taken. So he is a really good rally hero. But when you're comparing him against players like Casey or Rabina for TC heroes, you're gonna pick one of those two over him. So keep that in mind. Coming into the spender realm of things, into spender heroes. Now it used to VIP 10. Now I know it has changed. So you used to get Catherine fragments from, and it was the only place you could get her, was VIP 1 through to 10 buying packs. It was the only way you could awaken her. You were not able to get them anywhere else. And it cost you, it was about 200, US. Don't hold me to that. It's around that figure to fully awaken her. However, yuck, wrong window, sorry. You can now get her from Daily Boost. So, if you're a Rider player, the sisters are a great combo if they are together. Cynthia is a great speed player. She can be paired with a lot of other heroes as well, so she's not fixed. If you have the skins, the two sisters together are a great combination, even more so. But Catherine is a pay-to-win hero. You do need to spend money to get her. So, if you're first starting out and you buy the first VIP pack, for example, because when you start in the campaign, she comes into your team and she's amazing, and you go, oh, I'll buy a $1 pack. I'll get this, and you get the Catherine, and you go, wow, she's great. You throw all your stars into her, and then realize I need to spend money to get her. Don't. Unless you're willing to spend $200, don't. Simple as that. Unless you're willing to spend $400 to $600 for the skins, don't. Simple as that. But if you are, she is a good hero. Keep that in mind. A lot of dollars. Jinn. Now, again, I'm not sure if everyone else's VIP packs are the same, because mine is kind of old and I already had him. To get him fully awakened, you need to get to VIP 15, which is a huge tall order in itself. However, don't buy him. Your first couple of packs, they're like $30, $50, and he comes out to be like a $400 hero or something like that. Expensive. For someone that just sits in my base. Back in the day, Julia and Jinn was a good combination. You do see him used still, because increased squad attack by 55, defense by 55, and gains 25 range from each basic. Lasts for 5 seconds. Reduces squad damage, 10% of healing, increased rally capacity, and increases damage dealt during siege. Increases attack and defense by another 18%. On paper, he sounds so strong, but when you put him in a rally, especially now in the day and age of S-class heroes, and if you don't have them, you're losing, he just can't compete. He just can't compete against the likes of like a Julia and Bard, a Sophie, Bard, Stella. He just can't. And for the amount of money he costs to get him, I highly advise steering away from him. As much as I love him, and I wanted him to be better, hopefully he will. Hopefully he'll be better. If not, oh well. So those are the few heroes that I recommend you steering away from in your free-to-play TC as well as spender. So I hope this helps. Give you a bit of insight, especially for my newer players. Hope this helps. Drop in the comments what you would like me to potentially cover next. If there's anything you would like me to cover, let me know. Please, if you've lasted this long, like and sub, or like the video and sub to my channel. It will help me make that algorithm work for me and help me get more videos out to you in the future. I'll catch you in the next one. Harley out.